welcome to our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Global TV AM News in Nigeria's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. President Bola Tinubu has announced the appointment of the Group Managing Director of Mojek, Chantal Abdul, as one of the non-executive directors on the board of the Ministry of Finance Incorporated. The ministry is an investment vehicle of the federal government to manage investments and the diverse portfolio of over 130 asset classifications, including government-owned entities, GOEs, and government-linked companies, GLCs. Commenting on her appointment, Abdul, who transformed Mojek into a metering empire, evolving it into a conglomerate that stands as the largest electricity meters in sub-Saharan Africa, said, as one of the directors, this appointment gives me the opportunity to contribute my expertise to address several economic challenges and spur a renewal of the economy. The Citizens Town Hall engagement on the 2024 budget and appropriation process has started in Abuja. The event, put together by the House Committee on Appropriation and the Program Coordinating Unit, Office of the Speaker of Representatives, attracted many personalities, including the Chairman of the Appropriation Committee, Kabil Abubakar, his Deputy, Iduma Enwo, and immediate past National Secretary of the All Progressive Congress, Eniola Omishire, among others. In his welcome address, Kabil stated that the purpose of the gathering was to enhance citizens' involvement in the appropriation process. This town hall is important in promoting the integrity of the budgeting process, he said. The House of Representatives Committee on Public Accounts, PARC, has demanded the chairman of the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offences Commission, ICPC, appear for questioning over the alleged recovery of COVID-19 intervention funds released to all federal health institutions across the country. Chairman of PARC, Bamidele Salam, made the demand after the investigative hearing into the utilization of multi-billion naira approved for the implementation of various projects in various health institutions. The PARC chairman frowned at the level of disregard for extant financial regulations, as well as the Public Procurement Act, which stipulates deductible taxes from contracts awarded by public institutions. The Plateau State House of Assembly on Monday warned the state chapter of the All Progressive Congress against causing any breach of the peace in the state, saying that the House is still on recess. The 24-member assembly, dominated by People's Democratic Party lawmakers, had adjourned plenary till January. However, 3 days later, the Court of Appeals sacked all the 16 PDP lawmakers in the state and declared candidates of the All Progressive Congress winners of the elections conducted in their various constituencies. Addressing the allegation that the House was closed to prevent the newly declared lawmakers from resuming, the Speaker, Gabriel Dewan, who was elected on the platform of the Young Progressive Party, in a statement clarified that he did not close the House purposely to prevent the swearing-in of incoming members. The National Youth Service Corps NYSC Foundation has taken steps to empower youth in the country with the disbursement of 400,000 naira loan for each of the 7 distinguished corps members selected to enable them invest in their preferred businesses. Speaking at the disbursement ceremony at the NYSC Directorate Headquarters at the Gowon House, Abuja, the NYSC Director General, Yashel Ahmed, advised the beneficiaries to be prudent in their usage of the loans. Global Television correspondent Brinkus Osmore. General Ahmed, who was represented, warned the beneficiaries to be prudent in the usage of the loans received, as they are meant to pay back, thus the need to be steadfast and successful.
To further improve the quality of the Nigerian youth. Because a youth that doesn't have meaningful engagement, that doesn't have a business, that is not employed, cannot be expected to contribute to the development of any nation.
A fulfillment of our pledge. That pledge publicly in the presence of the last president. And the NYSC Foundation is committed to redeeming that pledge.
We all have to find a way to add up something to make the system work. And we are just making our own contribution from it. From the bit we can make the contribution, we believe that it will make an impact to change the situation of the economy.
The beneficiaries of the loans expressed their appreciation for the loans with a promise to judiciously use the loans for their personal success and that of the foundation.
We are going to make the best out of this seed capital, and we promise to make good use of it, and we know that at the end we shall all represent this nation as youths that have been empowered.
They're supposed to start a business, they're supposed to run the business, and we give them a 3-month moratorium before they start paying. They have a 3-month period to run the business, start up the business, and on the 4th month, they start paying us for a period of 2 years.
The National Youth Service Corps Foundation steps to empower youth in the country with the disbursement of 400,000 naira loan is no small drive in improving not just the economic fortunes of the citizenry, but the nation as a whole. Anthony Momodu, Global Television, Abuja. The Federal High Court in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to identify within 90 days its officials involved in the registration of the underage during the continuous voters registration exercise in polling units across the country. Justice Obiora Egwatu, in a judgment, also directed the culprits to be produced and handed over to the appropriate law enforcement agency for investigation and possible prosecution. Justice Egwatu equally made the mandatory order compelling INEC to expunge forthwith from its National Voters Register the names of all the underage voters from each of the polling units across the Federation, published on her website as identified and compiled by the plaintiff in Exhibit A attached to the affidavit in support of the originating summons. The judge further made a mandatory order compelling the Commission to furnish the plaintiff with a certified true copy CTC of the cleaned-up National Voters Register of all the persons eligible to vote in Nigeria within 90 days. The Anambra State Market Amalgamated Traders Association, the umbrella body of all traders in Anambra, has vowed to generate 5 billion naira for the Anambra State government before the end of 2023 to drive state infrastructural development. The ASMATA President General Chief Humphrey Onuna stated this on Monday after a closed-door executive meeting of the association held at its secretariat in Onitsha, the commercial city of the state. Onuna said the move was part of the group's effort towards increasing the revenue base of the state government to enable the state governor, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, to pursue his smart city agenda. He recalled that on the assumption of office in 2022, the current executive members of ASMATA generated an unprecedented 2.9 billion naira for the state government. And still in the news, the Nigerian Army has taken responsibility for Sunday's airstrike that left many villagers dead and several others injured at Tudumbiri village in Kaduna State. Kaduna State Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Arawan, said this at the end of an emergency security meeting on Monday. It was earlier reported that on Sunday night, while the villagers were marking the Maulud celebration to commemorate the birth of Prophet Muhammad, an unmanned aerial vehicle bombed some parts of the community, killing a yet-to-be-ascertained number of individuals. Following the incident, the Kaduna State government convened an emergency security meeting chaired by the Deputy Governor, Dr. Hadiza Balarabe, on Monday. Commandant General of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, Ahmed Audi, has tasked security agencies to collaborate in order to evolve strategies aimed at addressing security threats, thereby fostering seamless synergy. Audi gave the charge during a two-day workshop for security agencies in Abuja titled Promoting Collaboration Among Security Agencies for Heads of Security Agencies in Some Select Nigerian States. Global TV correspondent Subura Usman was at the workshop and brings us details.
Dr. Abubakar Audi said there's need for evaluation of security strategies that can pull resources and expertise together in tackling the various security challenges bedeviling the nation, and hence the workshop is apt. He urged heads of security agencies to promote interagency cooperation and stop agency rivalry and build security capacity.
Is organized, with an objective of bringing all security agencies together to harp on the discussion on solutions, security and safety for Nigerians, as far as this asymmetric company is concerned. And so I think we're on the right path. We're on the right path. Going forward, you will see more strategies put in place more conspicuously to actually go further to degrade the insecurity situation.
Deputy Resident Director Conrad Adenua Stiftung Nigeria, Lucas Libo, says the training will foster interagency conflict resolutions and build harmonious relationships.
So what we are aiming with this seminar is to better interagency collaboration and coordination, and we hope that with this seminar the agencies and the head of agencies will get to know each other better and have a better understanding, to know each other better will be the basis for better collaboration, coordination and cooperation, and we are sure with this seminar the security agencies can be a better part to better the security situation in Nigeria.
Speaking on the topic, rule of law and security sector governance, Dr. Uju Agomo appealed to security agencies to observe rule of law and not abuse the law of the land. Subura Usman, Global Television News, Abuja.
Thousands of temporary JTech teachers under the Jigawa State government have embarked on a peaceful protest and disrupted the aptitude test organized by the State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, for the recruitment of 6,000 teachers. Chairman of the board, Haruna Musa, reportedly escaped death in one of the centers at the Federal University, Dutse. The candidates had protested over an alleged plan by some officials to hijack the recruitment process against Governor Omar Namadi's instruction for a transparent process. Speaking to newsmen on behalf of the aggrieved JTech candidates, Abbas Al-Jara said 4,500 of them were recruited last 2 years, and in the process, they underwent 5 different aptitude tests and 3 verification exercises. According to him, subjecting them to another round of tests with freshers raises suspicion that the organizers of the test have a hidden agenda. The management of University of Calabar, UNICAL, has suspended the new charges and levies it announced earlier till further notice. This is coming on the heels of the peaceful protest by students of the institution on Monday over the decision of the management to increase their tuition fees and other levies. In a statement signed by the Public Relations Officer of the university, Effion Ayo, the management announced that it has suspended payment of school charges till further notice. A release issued by the Registrar of the University of Calabar, Gabriel Egbe, disclosed that the directive is coming on the heels of a protest embarked upon by students of the institution over the recent adjustment in undergraduate school charges. You're watching Global TV AM News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us across social media platforms using Global TV NG and other handles now showing on your screen. When the AM News returns, 11 hikers killed as volcano erupts in Indonesia. The news continues shortly with details of these and other stories right after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back. The president of Guinea-Bissau, Umaru Embalo, has issued a decree dissolving the parliament after an attempted coup in the West African nation. Violence had erupted between members of the National Guard and the special forces of the Presidential Guard on Thursday night in the capital, Bissau, leaving 2 people dead before the army ordered its forces back to barracks. Embalo, who was in Dubai attending the COP28 climate conference, arrived back in Bissau on Saturday and announced that an attempted coup d'etat had prevented him from returning earlier. On Monday, he said there had been complicity between the National Guard and certain political interests within the state apparatus. That meant the normal functioning of the institutions of the Republic has become impossible, he added. Tanzanian President Samia Suluhu Hassan is cutting short her attendance at the COP28 climate summit amid deadly floods and landslides back home. At least 50 people in the northern Hanang region died after disaster struck over the weekend. The leader's spokesperson said around 5,600 people have been affected and infrastructure were damaged by the heavy rains, which have also had an impact on the farmland directly, threatening the people's livelihoods. 400 rescue workers have been sent to Hanang region, the government said. However, in a statement released on Monday, Ms. Yunus stated that the rescuers are operating under challenging conditions, such as defective telecommunications and blocked, damaged roads. A magnitude 5.1 earthquake struck just south of Istanbul on Monday, rattling part of Turkey's largest city, but causing no immediate injuries or damage. The earthquake's epicenter was in the Marmara Sea's Gemlik Bay, which lies about 60 kilometers south of Istanbul near the city of Bursa, according to the AFAD emergency services. Turkey's most populated city is situated near the North Anatolian Fault, one of the most active in the world. Rain slashed southern India's city of Chennai ahead of the landfall of a powerful cyclone, with roads flooded and cars submerged in floodwater. Cyclone Michaun will hit the Andhra Pradesh state's coast on Tuesday morning as a severe cyclonic storm, packing winds of 90 to 100 kilometers per hour. Winds with gusts up to 110 kilometers per hour, the Indian Meteorological Department has revealed. And in business, the federal government says it will soon commence disbursement of funds under its presidential palliative program, targeted at alleviating the impact of the fuel subsidy removal. In a statement by the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Doris Uzoka Anyete, said the programs consisted of the Presidential Conditional Grant Program and the Presidential Palliative Loan Program. For the Presidential Palliative Loan Program, it said the federal government would disburse 75 billion naira to micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises across various sectors, and 75 billion naira specifically to manufacturers. The loan would be administered to the beneficiaries at the single-digit interest rate of 9% per annum. The federal government has settled 52 million naira in fines and compensation for 399 inmates at various correctional centers across Kaduna State as part of its effort to decongest the centers. The Comptroller of the Correctional Service, Kaduna State, Ado Sali, disclosed this during the inauguration of the initiative at Zaria on Monday. He said that 110 inmates were earlier released at Kaduna, adding that the ceremony in Zaria was a continuation of the program that was designed and implemented by federal government. In total, 399 inmates in Kaduna State were marked to be released at the cost of 52 million naira. He added that each of the beneficiaries would be given 10,000 naira to pay as transport fare. The management of Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University, ATBU, said it has shut down the university with immediate effect following a student protest on Monday over the killing of a final year student by suspected gang of phone robbers. This was contained in a press statement signed and released on Monday by Hajia Fatima Abdullahi, the Deputy Registrar Academic of the institution. The statement said that the Vice-Chancellor had approved the closure of the university for an initial period of 1 week with effect from Monday, December 4th to Sunday, December 10, 2023. It further directed the Dean of the Student Affairs Division and the Chief Security Officer to ensure strict compliance with the directive. Also reacting, the Director of Information and Public Relations, Zalani Bapa, said the university was closed to avert the situation from deteriorating, saying that the Students' Union government disassociated itself from the protest. And running to the exciting world of sports, Real Madrid right back Dani Carvajal is expected to miss the rest of the year after the club announced Monday that he suffered a calf injury in the weekend win over Granada. Spain international Carvajal was replaced at halftime during Saturday's 2-0 victory, which kept Madrid top of the La Liga above surprise challengers Girona on goal difference. The club said tests revealed an injury to his left calf, but did not give a timeline for his return. The 31-year-old had been a regular for Carlo Ancelotti's side, captaining the team on a number of occasions this season. That is it on Global TVAN News. We are on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us on our social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on the screen. I am Anthony Momodi saying thank you for watching and see you again.